I made the best shooter game, Slugger. Welcome everyone to Slugger State of the Game for April 2025, and in this video, I'll walk you through all of my progress on the development of Slugger for this month. I don't want to take up all your time, but please subscribe. That's it. Let's go. First of all, the title is probably why you came to this video. Well, if that's the case, you're probably wondering what makes Slugger so great. Well, although I haven't added in the crucial parts of the game and only have the base physics, I've been working extremely hard on the base game to make it as satisfying and as fun as possible before I get to working on the main upgrade system. First of all, I've been working more on the combos mechanic, where I've added a cool riser sound that slowly plays as you get a higher combo. For clarification, a combo is when you kill a large amount of enemies in a short amount of time. It increases the longer you can keep this up and resets if you go too long without killing an enemy. This combo system aims to make the combat system feel very integrated and polished, as well as giving the user a ton of visual and audio feedback. I've also been working on the particle systems along with this to help with the feeling of the game. As for content, I've implemented the Hivox system, which is basically the thing that will spawn the enemies on screen. Something I've done with the Hivox, which I didn't do for the enemies, which was that the Hivox sprite I created is going to be the final sprite for Realm 1, essentially level 1. As of the development snapshot 30W12G25MA for version 2.0.0.0, that's a lot of numbers. The GameMaker port, the enemies in the game are just placeholder enemies. As you can see, they look like absolute rectangular garbage. I'm planning to create the sprite for these enemies for Realm 1 along with when I create all of the other realms up to Realm 10 in Phase 3 of development for the GameMaker port. But before Phase 3, I still have a bucket load of things to do as I'm still in Phase 1. In Phase 1, I'm focusing on getting the base game just right, essentially the core gameplay loop, and beginning to implement some of the more important features like upgrades, elements, and crates. Phase 2 involves all of the outer gameplay loop infrastructure, so all of the upgrades, elements, advancements, weapons, spirits, shields, boosts, and more. Oh wait, no, I revealed a little. Well, anyway, where am I in Phase 1 currently? Well, I probably shouldn't reveal too much, but I'll just say I'm beginning to implement the core gameplay loop infrastructure for the element system, although not too much to show for now. And by the way, if the terms I'm using are confusing, don't worry, I'm just being cryptic. Some of the other things I've done is I've redone the Warp Soul sprite as it looked pretty trash before, and I've also added one major thing: power-ups. Now, power-ups are going to work a little differently to in version 2.0.0 compared to version 1.4.7. Instead of having a huge variety of power-ups spawning super frequently and the player's ability to collect the right power-ups being just as important as getting upgrades, essentially making the game more random and feeling like you're not in control, there will only be 2 basic power-ups in the new version that have a larger impact but don't last as long and spawn less often. This is so I have more room to add more upgrades and cool abilities and who knows what else, and make the game feel more structured and allow for more strategy. That sound good? I'd love to hear it if you could give me some feedback in the comments. If you want to keep up to date with the development of Slugger, I'd love it if you could follow me on either GitHub, itch.io, or GameJolt, and please consider donating to Slugger through itch.io. It would really help me with the development process. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well, of course. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. And one more thing before I go, I'm going to Japan for 2 weeks, so the development of Slugger will be put on hold for most of April, so the next state of the game you'll see for May will almost be like a part 2 to this one because I wouldn't have added much. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Play Slugger! By the way, if you actually do want to play it, then you can find it on my itch.io profile or go to the link on the screen.